Welcome back to the Stanford Dynasty, where today we have a huge game, as not only is it senior day, we're also playing our second straight rivalry, the big game. But this will not be the easiest game. Cal is 7-4 this year, though on paper, we are the slightly better team, 85, 85, 86 compared to 83, 82, 84. But even with that, Cal is above us in the Pac-12, currently sitting at the third spot. We're coming in off a upset over USC, who now dropped down from 12 to 18. They are still above us, but with a win today, we could jump above Cal, as we would have the tiebreaker against them. And if bowl eligibility wasn't enough to be hanging on the lines here, we also have 3 players coming in for visits. One for the offensive line, one for the defensive line, and a potential quarterback of our future. So we've got to come ready to play, and that will be against Mendoza, the quarterback here for Cal, who is having a decent season, though the completion percentage is not great, 61%. Where the offense thrives is the skill group led by senior Jaden Ott. Closing in on 1,000 rushing. He needs just 21 yards to hit that. He also has 6 touchdowns this year. Receiver, they're actually led by 2 redshirt seniors, Keon Grays with 992 yards and 16 touchdowns. They also have Maven Anderson with 854 and 6 touchdowns. Defensively, their leading tackler is at linebacker with 83, but they don't really have a standout across the board here. No one really seems to be in charge of this defense. So it'll be up to our seniors to help lead the way. Ashton Daniels playing his final game here in Palo Alto. It also could be, for the second time, the final game for Elite Aomanor. Does he transfer? Does he go to the draft? We'll find out in a couple episodes. We also have Jake, the starting left tackle, who is a senior. Ernest Cooper, opposite side of the line at right end. And seeing some rotation play, Zach Roel at DT. We've seen a lot of good play this year from Matt Rose, the true senior. And to wrap out in the DB group, you have Colin Wright, as well as Scotty Edwards, who does see some rotational play. So for these seniors, let's pick up the biggest win yet. Make this team bowl eligible for the first time in many, many years. Flintoff has us underway. As the kick does go into the end zone, they will look to return it down the middle, and a stop from the special teams. Now, last time these teams met, it was a closer game on paper than how it actually went, and I'm sure this Cardinal team would love some revenge. As it's 1st and 10 for Mendoza, he goes spread wide and goes to the outside. Colin Wright gets the pick. First play, spins by the receiver, dives into the end zone. What a play from the senior. First play of senior day. Disastrous beginning for the Cal Golden Bears. Before a sold-out crowd here in Palo Alto, I'm sure they are loving it. Back to a 1st and 10. This time they go read option. Camp coming over, slip the tackle, and Mendoza will pick up about 9.5. And immediately from there, they're trying to run a little bit of some hurry up, considering they already put themselves in a hole here early on. 2nd and inches, I wonder if they go to Ott. Again, he just needs those 21 yards to get by 1,000. As they go back to the read option here, that's actually RPO, getting it to the outside, and a nice gain, finally pushed out of the opposite 45. I believe that was to their top receiver, the one with the 16 touchdowns. They go back to him here, and what a play from Tafiti. Not only did he get a push along that offensive line, he knocks Grays way on back. 2nd and 14. Mendoza changing things up here. He goes 2 spread either side. Hands this one off to Ott, and the freshman is there. The Cardinal feeling it here early on. A 3rd and 12. A chance to get off the field as they set up the screen here to Ott. And Frausto Ramos slows him down just enough. Sumlin cleans it up. But it looks like the offense is staying out there for the Golden Bears with a 3rd and 1. They go with a bunch to the right-hand side. Otlone in the backfield. We get a little bit of pressure. Shot downfield. Ramos, he stumbled, and he gives up the touchdown. Matthews levels this game off a little bit of luck. So both teams gifted a big play in this one, and we are back level 7-7. Now, Aomanor, he's about 100 yards away from cracking 1,000 himself. But they start to the freshman, and they lose 2. That was a good crash there from the corner. Bad blocking from the receivers. 2nd and 12 going to the running game, and Irvin down the middle will pick up about 5. However, that does leave Stanford behind the chains a little bit here. 3rd and 7. As they'll go to McCoy, who's got a guy coming in. He tried the spin. He's taken down, and it will be safer here to punt. But for the first time in this game, it's not a point scored for one of the sides in possession. Cal back in control here, sticking with their hurry-up offense. They haven't gone the way of all too often so far. They also didn't do that much in the prior season's matchup. 2nd and 6, they send the strong side to the right. More play action and beating camp, and off to the races is Grays, who gets chopped down around the 25. Looks like a athleticism mismatch perhaps here for Cal, as they've gotten a couple big plays with their receivers. As Mendoza making a change here at the line. They go with Ott, who barely gets by Rico Cote, down to the 6. The tandem of athleticism at receiver and just an all-around great running back. They've got a pretty balanced offense, but down the middle, untouched, is Rico Cote. He's already made a pretty big impact in this one. Can we see more here from the true freshman? As they go back to Ott, he gets stopped by his own offensive lineman. I'm sure Coach will rip him apart in film. 3rd and goal towards the end zone, and swatted away by Frausto Ramos. It'll end up being a field goal attempt here from Cal, as Cardinal nearly got back there to break that one up. The Golden Bears take the lead here. They're first on the day. Cardinals offense start at the 23. It's a heavy tight end set. Get a pulling guard, and Irvin will pick up 3. The Cardinal offense have taken on a whole new form here the last few weeks as they look to continue their more quick pass game. Daniels, though, scrambling here, gets a nice block, takes the contact, but he also carries his team to around the 40. Sticking with some heavier tight ends, 2 to the left-hand side here, 1 to the right side. As they go with some play action, looking for a late dump off, it's a freshman in Buck, who will pick up 5. Cardinal have gotten back to their heavy tight end usage of late, and it's really helped out the offense. Irvin on the rush, picks up 2. That sends us to the end of the first quarter. Cal Bears are up 10-7. With a 3rd and 3, the Cardinals start the second quarter. Borden in motion along that right-hand side. Daniels back in shotgun. Got a wide open McCoy. This time he'll pick up the first down and a little bit more. Cardinal into plus side territory at the 42. They go back to the spread empty look here. As they go back to the freshman, and again, 14 makes the play. This time at least goes for a gain. Last time lost 2, gained 2 that time, so net even. As it's a dump off back to McCoy, who will get close to the first. Well, that does leave the Cardinals still needing about half a yard. As they go with a weak side stretch, they follow Fleming, and Irvin busts through, but there is a flag back in the backfield. A get Baklenko on the hold. So 3rd and 8, 2 go to the right, 1 to the left. Daniels dropping back and taking a shot downfield. It's McCoy down inside the 10. He makes it goal to go at the 8. Great toss there from Daniels. As they go back under center here, Daniels looking like he's making some changes across the line. Got to make sure he gets that line set up. Going back to the weak side stretch, and Irvin can't split the defenders. In fact, he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage for 2nd and goal. As they go with a play action roll, flip this out for the fullback. Lucas is back into the end zone. Another true freshman on senior day, we're getting the opposite group involved. Well, that score gives the Cardinal the lead yet again here, 14-10, sitting about midway here in the second quarter. As Cal Golden Bears, they start with a run, and Ott, he breaks into the outside. Not gonna get by right, but it was a nice patient run that very much pays off as they look to go back his way. Rico Cote there to help slow him down, and eventually the whistle sounds. Looked like they almost were gonna let him continue rumbling. 2nd and 3, third straight play. Ott, he's got him down to the 40. Cardinal might just need to tighten up that front group here as they go right back to it, and getting the tackle is the senior Matt Rose. And at some point you got to wonder if they give him a breather, or not. They just keep handing it to him. He's driven them all the way down the field, especially with their up tempo here. He's really got no time to catch his breath, but if he doesn't need it, it's working so far. They end up flipping the formation. They send 3 to the left-hand side, keeping the tight end to the right. They go right back to Ott. Cooper there, but it's hard to bring him down. And I'm pretty sure with this drive alone, he has passed 1,000 yards on the season, finding a couple more there. And it does leave Cal with a 3rd and 6. They will finally look to drop back pass, taking a shot through the back of the end zone. That makes it 2 straight drives they have driven into touchdown range. They're inside the red zone, but they have to settle for yet another field goal. And that'll keep the Cardinals still in front here, 14-13, as the offense starts once again looking for that weak side stretch. Irvin shows off the cleats as that burst of speed carries him for a first. Nowhere near the same level as Ott, but we're starting to get the running game perhaps started, as it's a throw down field and swatted away. Honestly, didn't look like McCoy really tried to get that ball whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Sticking with a shotgun look, it's Irvin down the middle. We'll pick up 5. And needing to do the same here with a 3rd and 5. Should be the final play before the 2-minute warning, as they do snap the ball prior to it hitting across the middle, finding Alik Ayomanor. I believe that's his first grab on the day. Inside the 2-minute warning now, as they go back to McCoy. He's going to pick up about 7. Just looking to hit on the quick, simple plays. 2nd and 3. Dropping back into coverage and still thrown. Not sure what the idea was there from Daniels. That was well covered. They go spread empty here, 3rd and 3. They go out to Haddad, who's got some green grass and some speed, and it's a foot race. He will win. Cardinal now up 8 with the PAT. I think what Coach Bearington would love to see before halftime is his defense finally slow down this Cal offense. Pass across the middle, big hit comes in, Matt Rose. Grays holds onto it. Cal calls their first timeout with a gain of 7. They go trips to the right-hand side. Quick pass back across the middle. Matthews, the touchdown earlier. We'll say they are spreading the ball out to pretty much all their receivers in this one. Last drive was all Ott, haven't gone his way yet. As a pass nearly tipped to the corner, the assist would have gone to Grays. Unfortunately, I think it was Ramos who couldn't squeeze it. So 2nd and 10. They go to the outside. Grays, he catches it this time. It leaves them with a 3rd and 1. They go 2 spread either side. Ott, the running back, as they do not hand it off to him, but it's back to Grays. So far this is Grays' drive, and it seems to be working for him. 1st and 10. They do not go to Grays. Instead, Matthews. 2nd timeout called. That leaves them 38 seconds with one final timeout in that back pocket. Their kicker around 60% this year. That pass off the mark. Now a 3rd and 2. Double A gap look from the Cardinal defense. They look to bring the heat. It's blocked up well. Ramos for a chance at redemption. Can't do it. He stumbled the first time. That time he just simply got outran. Matthews, 2 deep strike touchdowns. But surprisingly, they will settle for the extra point. Still keeping Stanford up 21-20. Now 30 seconds and 3 timeouts. Can Daniels find a deep pass? He's looking for Parrish. Through his hands, nearly caught. though also nearly intercepted. So they change up the look then. 2nd and 20. Now got Ayomanor on the outside. 2 receivers to both sides. Though Daniels is going to look to run. Picks up a block from Borden. Incoming defender didn't see him, but that's a massive gain. Cardinal end up calling their first timeout there. They've got 2 more remaining, 17 seconds. 2 go to the left-hand side, 1 to the right is Borden. As they are looking downfield, it's Bachmeier with the grab. What a throw from Ashton Daniels. We've spent so much time talking about his struggles of keeping that ball high. To perfection there, 1st and 10. As he looks to get to the outside, he's got Borden, who can't hold on to it. And with 6 seconds left, Cardinals staying out on offense. Keeping the field goal unit ready, though. They do still have that final timeout if they want to use it. Flag down, and it's nearly picked. They get a little bit lucky there to not get intercepted because the flag wouldn't have helped. Instead, they send Etienne, and he continues a dominant streak of late. He missed his first few, but since then, he's been spot on. And for the Cardinal, they re-widen that gap at halftime. 24-20, the big game has been a great game so far. The back and forth, both sides, making big plays. But really, the theme has been offense. Offense, offense, offense. Haven't seen much defensively in this game. Cardinal do start on offense, starting at the 25. As they've got Buck in motion in the backfield. Moves to a fullback position. As it will be a pass, they've got Ayomanor. And the ball gets popped up and it gets picked off. The first big play from the Cal defense comes off a play that should have been caught. Drifting back, Daniels wasn't able to get quite enough on it. Ball arrived a little bit late, a little bit behind, but you gotta hope that your guy can make the play. As they try to set up the tunnel screen instead, Ume with a 12-yard sack. Perhaps jinxing the offenses as we opened up the second half. 2nd and 22. Mendoza looks to go to Ott, who will get stopped by the linebackers. Still goes as a good gain. It was a gain of 5, but with a 3rd and 17, they are still trailing. Going back to Ott on the screen, Rose flies over to help get the stop with right. It was the 3 seniors in on that play. But for Cal, the turnover leads to no points, and the Stanford offense can head right back out. Daniels once again making some changes along the offensive line. With a 1st and 10, they start at the 16. Going Irvin with a cutback lane that closed rather quickly. The Cardinal offense in this one haven't seen as much success as the Golden Bears in stretching the field, but they've done very well in the short and intermediate, and a nice little juke spin there from McCoy. Maybe wasn't ran the cleanest, but hey, still a big play, a little flash of athleticism as well, as that pass barely gets out. Daniels was under hot pursuit, so 2nd and 10. As they go with a tight receiver look here, try to get it to Ayomanor. And the screen is just eaten up. 3rd and 12. It's a split backfield here. 2 go to the left, 1 to the right for Daniels. A little bit of some play action. Shot downfield, and he had Ayomanor, who drops it. He also had the drop on the last drive that actually was picked off. Cal now takes over at the 34. All momentum on the defensive side, though finding a big play, Grays. Just by midfield, and the hurry-up offense going right back in. And the defenses continue their strong play. Good stop there to Feedy. He's played that tackle really well over there. And a fumbled snap. It gets picked up by Ott. No idea what happened there to the center. Well, that ball never made it anywhere close to the quarterback. 3rd and 13. A little luck on the side of the Cardinal there. As they look to set up another screen here, they've got some blockers. Morris with a great tackle. With their struggles at kicking, they do punt it away. Cardinals starting back at the 20 with 20 in the backfield who will get the carry. And he will maybe get back to the line. But with the first half that was all offense, second half has been all defense. as they go to Buck here on the drag, getting the first down. Just continuing to spread the ball out, going very pass heavy in this game. Going back to the screen here for Haddad. He scored on it last time, not so much that time, gets a gain of 3, leaving 2nd and 7. Under center with a play action roll and looking for a quick dump off. McCoy drops it. Looked like Cal had the free rusher that time. 3rd and 7. They bring a blitz and again, just having to get rid of it. It's another punt. Defenses have shown up in a big way this half. Both locker rooms making some big time adjustments. 1st and 10, pass across the middle, Rose with the stop. And the Golden Bears will continue their hurry up offense. 2nd and 6, Mendoza making some changes, doesn't like what he sees. As they go back to Ott. Down the middle, it's 3 different Cardinal defenders. They need to get one more stop, and Ott does not get it. The hurry up almost worked. Howerton gets the tackle. That officially sends us to the 4th quarter. No points scored in the 3rd. And it's 24-20 with 8 minutes left in the big game. Manor in motion as the Cardinals start here on offense. And Irvin limited to just 2. Rushing game has been slow to get going for the Cardinal in this one. 2nd and 8. They try to set up the screen to the running back, and he's going to lose the 2. They'll just continue the trend of defense this second half. 3rd and long here. Manor gets the catch this time. However, looks like it's a booth review that does not quite work, so we're going to check this ourselves here. Daniels gets it to the outside, and it looks like that left foot is just out of bounds. It's another punt. And for Cal, they have one of their best field positions of this entire half. Though again, they struggle with field goal range. Finding Matthews here. Grays has done most of the work just across the middle, but Matthews has brought all the points. See who they go to late on here. As they use Ott to open things up for 6. I believe that's his first catch of the game. And now Tafiti is shaken up. That's not good news for the Cardinal defense. That'll bring out Nelson. He has not seen really any playing time this year. And he gets bit huge on the play fake, and the Cal Golden Bears take the lead. Not that if he didn't bite on the play fake, he would have made the play, but I don't know, maybe Tafiti would have. But now down by 3. The Cardinal offense take the field. And Daniels trying to run the read option. It's swallowed up. Looks like they were trying to do something new there. Something they haven't ran all game. Doesn't end up working out for him. Daniels goes to scramble, and it's caught. Irvin. I doubt that was how that was intended to work. Irvin catches it off the back of the defender, and it's 3rd and 2. Cardinal need to pick up the first down here. Nearly throwing the pick. And strangely, the offense stays out here. 4th and 2. Daniels, hard count. He gets someone to jump, but it looks like Parrish jumped first. Daniels has been so good on getting that player to jump. He doesn't quite get it there. And now it's time for Cal to take wide open spaces. About a gain of 17 for Ott. Looks like one of the linebackers slipped on the play. Helped open things up down the middle. Azell looked to pass the ball to Grays, who slips the tackle, gets chopped out by Wright. And now this Cardinal defense really needs to force a big play here. Can't give up a touchdown, that's for sure. As the passing game continues, quickly crashing on it. Still goes as a gain of 7. Rico Cote there to bring him down quickly as we're approaching the 3.5-minute mark. They look to run the ball. Rico is there. Again, they get the stop here on 3rd. They bring the heat. Ball's out late, and it's by the diving defender in camp. It is a touchdown and a 2-score deficit now for the Cardinal. Now for the offense, who hasn't done anything since the first half. They need to put together a massive drive here and to do it about as quickly as possible. As Daniel slips a tackle in the backfield, he's got the first down, giving himself up. They're going to have to run hurry up. They need a touchdown, a stop on defense, and at least a field goal. As Daniels, he's just going to look to scramble again. Gets another first down. That does move him inside, though, the 3-minute mark by the time everyone gets back to the line. Sticking with the same look here. It's worked so far. Looking for A.O. Manor. This time he gets the catch. He's down to about the 11. Continuing still with that hurry up. About 2.5 minutes or so. Daniels getting them ready. To stay to the left-hand side. Got Borden to the right. Checks this one down. Parrish, who will gain maybe a yard. They got to find the end zone here. And finally, McCoy gets set. Daniels looks to snap the ball. Stepping up. He avoids one, and he rushes just shy of the end zone. They don't give it to him. He's trying to get the touchdown before the 2-minute warning here to save some time for the defense. Parrish into the end zone. Daniels puts the team on his back that drive. Finally finds a big play to A.O. Manor. Parrish caps it off. And it's now the defense who need to make the big plays. 1st and 10, got the 2-minute warning, so essentially 4 timeouts as they go to Ott. Good stop on the outside. First timeout called there. Cal has done very well with the pass-to-run ratio. They do go back to Ott. He gets it to the outside. Right is there, but a flag is down. And it looks like this one might be coming back. The Cardinal will accept that penalty. It's the controversy. Do you take it to 3rd and 7, or do you hope to get a better stop, which they do as the 2-minute warning hits? Now you got a 3rd and 15. You got to get the stop. They go back to Ott. Sumlin with the tackle, and they will not call a timeout there. Instead, they save the 2 timeouts for offense. 117 needing at least a field goal to tie. As they've got a wide open tight end, it's McCoy. Has already got him into plus side territory. Sticking with the spread empty look as well. Daniels keeps 4 options to the left-hand side. Borden alone to the right. And they've got A.O. Manor, and he's got the lead, diving into the end zone. It took 2 plays for the Cardinal to regain that lead. Extra point makes it a touchdown game. And the chance for bowl eligibility is still here, in reach. Now they just got to get the stop on defense. Pass across the middle. Matt Rose went the wrong way. It allows the catch. But of course, as mentioned, it's a touchdown needed here for Mendoza. They've had better success this second half than we have. With a 3-man rush, it's right back to the tight end. Going after the linebackers, it appears here, with a bunch now to the left-hand side, 1 to the right. They've got 1 timeout remaining, and a big strike here goes Grays. He's speeding towards the end zone. Cal has retaken it. We saved all of the second half points of the last couple minutes of the 4th. And as we just had bowl eligibility in our hands, it slips away. Now 45 seconds, need at least that field goal. Bunch goes to the right-hand side. A.O. Manor to the left. They got Bachmeier across the middle. And he does get the grab. An injured Cal player is a free timeout. The crowd, of course, going crazy because that ball was nearly picked off. 41 seconds. Got to at least get field goal range here, or Bachmeier down inside the 15. He makes 2 huge plays, offense and hurry up. So once again, they're trying to find that end zone. Pass to the outside. He's got A.O. Manor, who slips one, and he gets out at the 4. So close to the end zone yet again. This time they go with a run. Irvin has a cutback lane. It's another touchdown inside 1 minute. Cardinal back in front. This one's going down to the wire here in Palo Alto. Cal now only has 20 seconds. 1 timeout to find a touchdown. We just need some big plays here from our secondary as Mendoza will step up and throw it away. 5 seconds come off the clock. Now just 15. Same number as Mendoza, who finds a strike to Grays. Gotta bring him down. Final timeout call. And here comes prevent defense. 10 seconds left. Obviously, first down stops the clock for a second. No pass rush, but eventually he does have to get rid of it. It'll all come down to this. 4 seconds left. You're looking for a Hail Mary attempt here. Mendoza letting things develop, buying time, shot towards the end zone and tipped away. Stanford takes the big game at home. They could bring the trophy back. The Stanford Axe. What a crazy end to that game, and what a game for senior day. Matt Rose and Ernest Cooper up there holding it. I would love to see Daniels also holding it, but at least he's up there with the seniors. He takes home player of the game, 354 yards, 67.6% complete. A lot of touchdowns, a lot of big plays for him. A.O. Manor turned things on late. They kept him out of the game for a good bit, and their top receivers really looked great. Mendoza stayed comfortable in the pocket. Didn't get as much rush as we were hoping, but that is a massive win and bowl eligible. And let's keep that train rolling as we bring in one of the recruits, Dwayne Azuma. Can we hit 2 of 3? No. We were also locked out of some of those receivers we were looking into, but that is fine. We are very close, hopefully, to then bringing in some of those other guys we did have in on a visit, Levine being one and Bynum. But do we have one more upset left in us, at least for this season, though we are now bowl eligible, so maybe we need 2 upsets. I was actually scroll through all of these bowls. We are not currently listed in any of them. You need the 6th win to become bowl eligible, but I guess still we are on the outside looking in. So we may have to still upset Notre Dame to make that bowl game. At least when it comes to the Pac-12, though, we are now into 4th place. We have beat USC this year, so if we win in the final week, USC loses, we can jump all the way up to 3rd. That is a far cry from where we were not all too long ago, when we were at the bottom. What was that, about 5 games ago? Now it sits at Washington State. And as a reminder, whoever is at the bottom, they are going to the Mountain West next year. And it looks like Utah State has essentially ran away with this one, though San Jose State has made a late push. There is maybe a potential that they could get in front of Utah State. We'll find all that out in the off-season video. And as we look to round out this video, we have gotten Uzma. We are still in front here for Miles Farrell. Unfortunately, we cannot schedule a recruiting visit for him, so we just got to rely on these points for now. He does have a visit with Penn State. If he does end up going, I'm more okay with that because we did land at least one of these quarterbacks. Uzma was the 13th quarterback in the class. Farrell is 28th, so technically, you got the better quarterback. Now for the receivers, it does look like one of the guys that locked us out was actually one of those gems that we did find last time. So before we lose out on the possibility here for Blousey or Blosey, I still don't know which one it is, let's make sure we put some points in on him since we do have some available. We will throw 50 at him. The rest of these, I still want to try to do a little bit of some scouting. So let's see if we could find one more hidden gem. Well, no, but he still seems all right. We'll keep him on the board for now. As for Carmona, go through his as well and still no, but he does have really good spec catch in traffic. Speed is also really good. I think we have plenty of receiving options here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of these guys off the board. Now, as for Levine, we were well into his top 3. It was a really good visit. Just wasn't enough to actually get him to commit. He does have a visit with Louisville. I'm hoping we could wrap it out before then. As for Vildor, well, we do have Wisconsin. They're coming in pretty hot for him. We don't necessarily have the best when it comes to at least his 3rd motivation and pro potential. So maybe it would make more sense to pull that off, put in the 50. But for now, I'm going to leave it as is because we are still in front, but that's one that he might end up getting stolen. Well, that is all the updates we have for recruiting. Next time will be our final rivalry game of the season against 13th ranked Notre Dame. Now this time we head on the road. We found a lot of success of late at home. Now we have to do it without the fans of Palo Alto in enemy territory. Can we continue the win streak? Can we secure a spot in a bowl game and secure a season over 500? It's been a while since the Cardinal have done that. Make sure you find out if that is the case next time by hitting that subscription button either down below or the bear icon, and definitely tap that bell down below so you're notified of when these videos go live. This series every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Madden 25 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Got 5 videos every single week. A whole lot coming at you, including a tough game against the Fighting Irish.